Hanukkah, as we all know, is the festival of lights. It's the holiday where we celebrate the ancient story of the oppression by the Greek Syrians over a small group of Jewish people. And they said to them, you can no longer celebrate your traditions. We are going to not allow you to continue the ways of your Torah and of your history. And so they began to oppress them, to take away all of their freedoms of religion, freedoms of expression. A small group of people known as the Maccabees, a small group of Jews, fought up and stood up for their principles and for their rights. And they pushed out the Syrian Greek army, and they won over. And they came to rededicate their temple in Jerusalem. And they found that the menorah that was always lit every day in the temple, had no oil left to be lit. Finally, after some searching, they came across a small cruse of olive oil. They took that little bit of oil and they put it into the menorah, hoping that it would last for the one day that the cruse of oil usually would last for. There was no way possible that they would be able to refill the cruises of oil in time to be able to have it lit up for the next day, because there was no more oil left. And so it would be at least 8 days before there would be another opportunity for them to light up the menorah again. Miraculously, this one cruse that was only supposed to last for one day remained lit for 8 days. And so we celebrate this great miracle, this great story, the story of a small group of people standing up for their rights, standing up for their freedoms, expressing themselves, allowing for them to be all that they are, and also for this great story of the oil in the menorah. But often, we get caught up with the history and we forget its modern relevance. So what I would like to talk about just for 1 minute is the modern relevance of this story of the menorah. And as you all know, today marks the 5th day of Hanukkah. We will light up 5 candles plus the servant candle. And every day of Hanukkah for 8 days, we add an additional light. And this is essentially the story of Hanukkah, the message on how it relates to us in today's day and age. In the 21st century, you and I, all of us can relate to this universal message of the menorah. Yesterday, we lit up 1 candle. That was good for yesterday. Today, we got to bring a little more light into the world. We can't be satisfied with just 1 candle. And as each day continues, we got to add an additional candle, and an additional candle, and an additional, making sure that we're always bringing more light, more goodness, more warmth, more love into the world. And that's the story. That's the message of the menorah. True, there was a group of people that stood up for themselves and persevered. True, there was a little cruse of oil that was only supposed to last for 1 day and lasted for 8 days. But the message continues to resonate. Each and every one of us have an opportunity to be able to look out for someone who could use an extra hand, use a little bit of extra help, someone who we can mentor, someone who we can guide, someone who we can give our hearts to. And so the message of Hanukkah is, if we did that yesterday, that was nice for yesterday, we got to add an additional amount for today and constantly grow in our spiritual development and giving capacity, always striving for greater heights.